Hello everyone, I'm Sygnathidaeus, the god of memory and dreams. Hi everyone. Yikes. Hello everyone, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah, I'm a horse wearing fucking antlers like a fucking dipshit. No, I am an ass wearing antler horns and a horse mask and a priest uniform. Somebody pointed out to me recently, these are not costumes. These are uniforms. And this is a war. It's just a different kind of war. This is the evolutionary war.
The war for peace. How 1984 is that?
And today, I'm not wearing a costume. I'm wearing a uniform. Every day is not Halloween. Every day is the Day of the Dead. So that's what I'm here to do today, is remember the dead and give thanks. This is Thanksgiving. No, this is Indigenous Holocaust Day.
A day of mourning.
So today I'd like to perform an Antelope Ceremony. And I may be a guy in a horse hat and a fucking pair of antlers like an asshole, but I'm fairly certain that most of you know who I am, and if you don't,
well, that's alright. It's not important. What's important is what I've got to say. Besides, anonymous is a relative term.
Anonymous is also an album, and upon this album is a song called Antelope Ceremony.
This song reminded me of something that I knew a long time ago but forgot, which is we have a responsibility to all of the spirits of this earth. Now I know what I am, and to that man I give thanks. In other words, many thanks to the man who wrote it.
This song is in an indigenous language, one that is lost to history.
Along with so many that died, along with the 300 million indigenous people slaughtered in the indigenous Holocaust of North America. But to give this song, Antelope Ceremony, some much-needed context on this day that we eat turkey and pretend it never happened.
This is from the same artist that recorded a song called Squeeze Me Macaroni, which is very lewd and crude and describing eating in a very hedonistic way.
Hedonistic eating, which has become synonymous with Thanksgiving in this a culture that finds extinction fashionable.
See, if you read between the lines, or in many cases if you just read the lines, the implication is we all need a little more Antelope Ceremony and a little less Squeeze Me Macaroni in our lives. So today, I'm not going anywhere. I am performing an Antelope Ceremony. Shouldn't it be a turkey ceremony? Yeah, but Antelope Ceremony sounds better. Did you know in indigenous civilizations they would perform ceremonies? Like if they killed an antelope, it would be an antelope ceremony. If they killed a turkey, it would be a turkey ceremony. They would perform ceremonies to guide the spirits of the animals they were eating in the afterlife. Let me repeat that again. They would perform ceremonies to guide the spirits of the animals that they ate into the afterlife, sort of, into their next life.
How far removed is that from modern-day Thanksgiving Americana?
They would perform these ceremonies to both thank the animal and to apologize, because eating is something that we have to do right now, but
being a heterotroph is not a divine state of being. Being an autotroph is.
We didn't always have to do this, and we won't always have to do this. We will evolve to be autotrophs again. Rubra est quod fit aliquid viridis. That's Latin. It means red turns into green. In other words, my blood will be green again. I will be an autotroph again.
Or at least that's how I pray to Sygnathidaeus the Autotrophic. He is the god of autotrophs and seahorses. He is the god of memory and dreams. Do you know about the hippocampus? The hippocampus is the organ in your brain that governs memory and dreams. Hippocampus means seahorse. If you take this organ out of the brain, it looks exactly like a seahorse. Sygnathidaeus is the seahorse that lives in your head and protects you from all the things you don't want to remember, and guides you in a dream. There's another song off this album that's relevant to this called Cradle Song. In it he says, I have brought for you a little lovely dream. Straight from the poppy bowl, it was just for you I stole, and just for you I stole this little lovely dream. Sygnathidaeus is also Latin, just like my prayer to him was. Sygnathidaeus is the Latin word for seahorse. Deus is the Latin word for God. Slap them both together. Sygnathidaeus. It's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Sygnathidaeus, the new god in the sign. Seahorse. You pray to him in sign language because he screamed himself deaf. Or was it horse? Why is it called screaming yourself hoarse? Because no one screams quite like Mr. Seahorse on land. He has been being murdered throughout incarnations of lifetimes, for thousands of years, and so have his children been being murdered along with him, since the Crusades and the Inquisitions. Now let me say it again. Rubra est quod fit aliquid viridis. Rescindo exhumare, rescindo cavare. Sol invictus. But here I am talking to a deaf god. Perhaps I should sign it. No, wait, I know. I should write it. So commences the first rite of the Antelope Ceremony. There will be 2.
How else to perform an antelope ceremony but to pray? To pray to become an autotroph, to become photosynthetic and bioluminescent and not have to eat anymore. Yes, I do believe that is an antelope ceremony. Or is it a turkey ceremony? Let's just call it an antelope ceremony and say that
this is a ceremony for the spirit of every animal that ever died at the hands of Homo sapiens' gratuitous need for more. The second rite is going to be a sign language prayer for all the spirits, for all of the ghosts, for all the little creatures, for all the little things, for all the orphans of infinity. Ghost kind of Never Gone. Never Gone is a place. Nothing ever dies, it just ends up here. I guess that's why I screamed myself deaf. Ghost kind is a pun. The kind ghosts. But the whole phrase is a pun in of itself. Think of it this way. Ghost, comma, kind of never gone. So this is a prayer for all the ghosts, kind of never gone. The infinite kinds. And who better to give them a home than a neighborhood spaceman? Do you know the definition of space? The dimensions of height, length, and width in which all things exist and move, with infinite space in the head of a pin. Infinite kind. Welcome in. Oh look, I'm talking to a deaf god again. Better start praying.